Hey guys, so we got some bad news for the episode today, but a little bit of good news as well. Bad news is, I forgot to plug in the DS's audio cable, which means I've got my voice and I've got the video game video, but I don't have any of the sound from the DS. The alternatives for replaying that would be very difficult, considering that I'd have to replay the whole case from the beginning. That's like a multi-hour thing just so I could re-record an hour and then have to edit it. So, what I've done is I've downloaded all the music files from the game, and using someone else's video as a reference point, I'm inserting the music where it's supposed to be. So, we're going to be missing out on sound effects, all the little like beeping noises or like the typing noises whenever the characters are talking. And unfortunately, getting all of that back in would take a lot more work. But I am going to put the music in, and I'm going to put a couple key sound effects in, mostly where there's no music in, because it's a bit easier to splice in. So, it's not going to be perfect, and I know it's not, but the alternative would take a very long time to get back and redo it. So, hopefully you guys still enjoy, and I think with the music being in there, most of the enjoyment's still there, even if I know the cross-examination music is a little off. But it is mostly there, it's just too short of a loop. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoy regardless, and I will see you for the next one. Hey guys, it's me, Mr. 250, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. We're going to get started with the final trial, I think, is what it is. Where apparently we're suspected for being the culprit. December 9th, 9:52 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. Well, I guess this is it. Yeah. One way or another, oh, dang it. Stupid wiggly cable. One way or another, this case gets decided today. Phoenix, look! It's you, Edgeworth. Prosecutor Edgeworth. I received a call from the public prosecutor's office yesterday. He told me that whatever Mr. White says today, it will be the absolute truth, no matter how you try to attack his testimony. If I raise an objection, I have it on good faith that the judge will listen to me. What? Does White have the judge in his pocket too? So, you're saying I'm going to be guilty, end of story. I will do anything to get my verdict, Mr. Wright. Anything. Why? Why? How can you torment an innocent person like this? Innocent? How can we know that? The guilty will always lie to avoid being found out. There's no way to tell who's guilty and who's innocent. All that I can hope to do is to get every defendant declared guilty. So I make that my policy. Look at his angry face. Edgeworth, you've changed. Phoenix, you know him? Don't expect any special treatment, Phoenix, right? Phoenix? Well, court will be opening for session soon. What? Wait! Your defense attorney isn't even here yet. He's not... I'll be defending myself. What? Okay, let's do this. Oh man, that's bold. That's bold, but I guess then again you are a defense attorney, so defending yourself is kind of your job. The court is now in session. What voice did I use? The court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. No, I'm doing it wrong. Hold on, I gotta go back and listen to it. I don't even know what it is. Okay, I think I got the idea of the voice. I don't know if I can replicate it. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, are you sure you're up to doing this? Yes, Your Honor. I will be defending myself. Understood. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. As the details of the event are already quite clear to the court, today we will hear the testimony of another witness to the defendant's crime. I see. The prosecution may call its witness. That went far too smoothly. Why didn't the judge ask Edgeworth why his witness didn't testify before? It's like he already knows why. If anyone's going to raise an objection about this, I suppose it's me. Objection! Oh, no, it's not going to do it. Mr. Edgeworth, you owe an explanation to the court. Why didn't this witness testify in the trial against Miss Maya Fay? Ha ha ha. I'm ever so sorry. Mr. White is a busy man, and besides, at the time I thought that Miss May's opinion was all that would be needed. Again, my sincerest apologies to the court. Excellent, Mr. Edgeworth. I appreciate your demeanor. Great. He gets to show off and I get nowhere. I would like to call Mr. Red White to the stand. Please state your full name. You wish to know the title of my personage? Oh man, that's sparkly right there. Your name? Yes, that is what I said. Oh dear, do my locutions confuse? Name. These two are great together. My name is Red White, but my friends call me Blanco Nino. I am the CEO, or to use a more common term, the president of Blue Corps. Did you know the victim, Miss Maya Fay? That would be a negatory. No, I did not. You were at the Gatwater Hotel the night of the murder. Correct. And you witnessed the murder from there? Why tell what you already know? Very well, Mr. Wright. You may begin your testimony. Hopefully this stupid cable stops making my capture flicker. If I can't rip this guy's testimony apart, I'm done for. Why do I always feel like it's the end of the world and I'm the last man standing? Ho 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 ho! Let me show you my sparkles again. I hope you've made peace with God, Mr. Lawyer. Let him have it, Phoenix. Alright. I haven't even, looked at the evidence in a while, so I'll probably have to recheck it before, doing all the questioning. Let's see. It was about 9, I believe. I was quietly perusifying, that's reading to you, some papers by the window. Then I heard a bedlam coming from outside. Surprised, I turned to look at the building across the way. It was then I saw him, a spiky-haired man attacking a woman with long hair. Needless to say, that man was none other than you, Mr. Lawyer. I called Miss May over at once. She, too, was flabbergasted, of course. The victim, she ran away, but you gave chase. Finally, there was a terrible impaction. Then it was all over. If things occurred as you testify, then I'm afraid the defendant is guilty. Very well. Defendant, Mr. Wright? Your cross-examination? Yes, Your Honor. Let's take a look at our evidence real quick. We got the floor plans. We've got Mia's autopsy report, which changed to say she may have lived for a few minutes after being hit. Still got Maya's cell phone. got glass shards from a glass light stand. I feel like that's going to come up. The thinker, we went over that a lot. Wiretap. The receipt. And the new evidence for this one was May's testimony. The victim dodged an attack, then ran to the right, but she was caught and struck. So that's all we got for that. So we're going to press everything here. I'm not doing voice control anymore. I don't know, I'm not feeling it tonight. Maybe we'll do it later. It's about 9, I believe. How do you know what time it was? Because I'm always abso-positively perfect, you know. No, you're not getting away with that. You are so mistrusting, Mr. Lawyer. So, what was the proper term for secretary again? Anyway, Miss May ordered room service for 9. It happened soon after the room service arrived. That's what Miss May said too. Let's press it further. True, the bellboy who brought the coffee saw Miss May. But he testified that he did not see you at the time. This is your concern? Silly lawyer, Miss May received the coffee outside the room. Of course he could not see me. Dang it. He would need x-ray vision to pull off something like that. Tell us, what were you doing at that time? Maybe if I straighten out this cable a bit more. I always thought that the mounting situation for this capture card was a little flimsier than I'd like it to be. Yeah, there it goes again. It's like it's held in there by like a piece of sticky foam or something like that. Like a little double-sided tape kind of deal. And usually it's not too much of a problem, but I'm a little worried about its long-term reliability. Nothing to do with what we're doing here. Anyway, I was quietly perusifying, that's reading to you, some papers by the window. By window? You mean the one directly across from the Fay & Co. law office? Correct. That is the only window you see. And there you were reading. Papers. Correct. The Gatewater is a businessman's hotel. And I'm a busy man who had business to do. Maybe if I, like, reseat it. Hold on. Push it back in. Let's see if that helps out any. I don't know. Oh. I just lost my audio, though. Okay, I think that's better. We'll see if the video holds up. Then I heard a bedlam coming from outside. A bedlam? It must have been when you attacked, I assume. We see. Continue. Surprised, I turned to look at the building across the way. So you were reading your papers until you heard that sound. But of course, I am no snoop peeping out of windows at night. No snoop? Yeah, right. You made a career out of snooping. It was then I saw him. A spiky-haired man attacking a woman with long hair. Spiky-haired? Needless to say, that man was none other than you, Mr. Lawyer. What you just said directly conflicts with Miss May's testimony. Miss May clearly stated that the assailant looked like a girl. I've always been proud of my eyesight, Mr. Lawyer. Just what is your eyesight? It's very sparkly. Counting both eyes, 40. 40? Don't add them together. I think the witness is trying to say his eyesight is good. Hey, whose side is this judge on anyway? And what did you do then? I called Miss May over at once. She too was surprised, of course. What was Miss May doing at that time? She had just finished watching a soap opera on TV and was weeping openly. Did you know she had been tapping the Fae off his phone? Irrelevant. That has nothing to do with the case at hand. I care not. I will answer the lawyer's bold inquiry. Miss May was acting alone when she tapped the phone of this Fae woman. You'd make a good politician, Mr. White. Ho 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 ho. After all, I am El Presidente. Please continue. The victim, she ran away, but you gave chase. Can you be a little more detailed about that? I think this is where we're going to catch him. I think it's worth knowing exactly what happened. Of course, comprende, I understand. The victim was attacked by you and ran to the left. Uh-oh. You gave chase and struck her down. Are you sure? As you know, I am always abso-positively perfect. Perhaps you could change your testimony to reflect this new detail. It's still doing that flashing thing. It's like, it's so little that it almost doesn't bother me, but it's just slightly annoying. And it doesn't seem like it's happening when I'm wiggling it, so I almost wonder if I need to go back into the DS and reseat the video cable or something, I don't know. The victim ran to the left and you gave chase. That's where we need to present May testimony where she dodged an attack and ran to the right.
Objection!
Ho 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 ho! Wait right there! Mr. White, you've dug your own grave. What is this? You said the victim ran to the left, but that directly contradicts Miss May's testimony. She clearly stated that the victim ran right. Oh, ho, ho, ho. It is simple. You've misheard her. I think not. Look at the floor plans. The killer was here, and the victim here. If the victim ran to the left as you claim she did, she would have been running directly away from the door. She would have been running into a dead end. Don't you find that odd? Oh, very strange. I did see her run to the left, I did. Phoenix, look at his face. I don't think he's lying about this one. True. Maybe you really did see the victim run left. So we did witness the killing. Wait a second. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Miss May says right and Mr. White says left. Can you explain this contradiction to the court? Well, they're both right, obviously, but let's say Miss May is right. As Miss May has stated, Mia ran to the right after she was attacked. What is this? I'm not fashioning fabrications, I assure you. That lady ran to the left. I'm sure of it. Then there can only be one explanation. And that is... Obviously, the witness was not viewing the crime from the hotel. Oh my god. Where'd he view it from? Mr. Wright, what do you mean? Yes, what do you mean? He was not viewing the crime from the hotel. If he was not in the hotel, where could he have been? In the law offices of Faye & Co., of course. Oh my god, how did he get in there with the murderer? More specifically, he was standing here. Show the court where Mr. White was standing. Oh, I'd say it's standing right here. Oh, you gotta present. Take that! This is where he was. Look, when the victim ran for the door, if he was watching from this point, to him it would appear that she ran to the left. Please, this is no time for jokes and ill taste. That is where the killer was standing. How could he stand where the killer was standing? On his shoulders? Order! I will have order! Anyone disturbing the order of this courtroom will be held in contempt. Mr. Wright, what are you suggesting? Rapscallion! The postulations of this defense are a distortion of the truth, Your Honor. Indeed, they do seem a bit far-fetched. Ho 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 ho! You provide us with so much entertainment, Mr. Lawyer. What now? He's laughing? The hilarity of the moment made me remember something. It appears I have been unclear, and for this I apologize. Mr. Your Honor, might I be allowed to testify once more? Very well. Let's hear your revised testimony. Good luck. You can't fix a broken testimony, buddy. But I will. Miss May's testimony was correct, as was mine. When you assaulted the girl, she first ran to the left, and then you hit her savagely. That is what I saw. Next, with the last of her strength, she ran to the right. You chased her and delivered the final blow. That is what Miss May saw. You see, you hit her twice. Don't you remember, Mr. Lawyer? That does seem to make sense. Let's check the court record. Died from a blow by a blunt object. Doesn't necessarily say one blunt object hit. Ran to the right, but she was caught and struck. Okay. Yeah, I guess that doesn't necessarily break anything. We're probably just going to have to press it until we get a good idea for where to work from there. Will you be cross-examining the witness's testimony? You bet I will. I mean, yes, Your Honor. Miss May's testimony was correct, as was mine. What do you mean by that? That is what I'm about to explain. You Americans, always so impatient. It has not become you. Hey, buddy, you're an American too. When you assaulted the girl, she first ran to the left. What do you mean, first? First, that is what comes before what happens next. You do speak English, right? Please sit back, relax. I will try to use simple words for your benefit. First, she ran to the left and then you hit her savagely. That is what I saw. I didn't hit anyone. Now, Mr. Wright, there's no point hiding things from this court. I'm not hiding anything. The prosecution requests that the defense refrain from interrupting the testimony. Mr. Wright, you have been warned. Why is he mad at me? Next, with the last of her strength, she ran to the right. What do you mean, next? Next is what comes after first. I know that. Then that is all you need to know, Mr. Lawyer. As I said, she turned and made a desperate dash to the right. You chased her and delivered the final blow. Stop saying it was me. It's Sparkle, but it was you. Mr. Wright, if you claim it was not you, then show us proof. Can I do nothing right? Nothing? May I continue? I kind of feel like maybe that's where I need to attack. Not sure quite how to hit that. That is what Miss May saw. So each of you saw different parts. Abso-positively. That's right, of course. Where did he pick up that annoying phrase? Anyway, moving along. You see? You hit her twice. So, you were watching both times? I suppose I was. And please excuse me for not testifying to this sooner. What do you think, Phoenix? I think we've got him right where we want him. He slipped. Let him laugh for now. I'll soon wipe that smile off his face. Miss May's testimony was correct, as was mine. Okay, so that's the beginning. Whoops. So, is there something that says we didn't hit her twice? Would that be the autopsy? I don't know. Objection! Maybe it is. Mr. White, the victim died from a single blow. Is that what that said? It doesn't exactly tell me that it's single in this little blurb right here, but it probably says that in the autopsy report. Oh, what do you have to say to that? Now's my chance to hit him where it counts. Mr. White, wasn't it you who told this court you were abso-positively perfect? I will refrain from using this phrase from now on. Your Honor, if you could ask the witness for a new testimony. The witness is obviously confused, Your Honor. I would like to request a 10-minute break. Yes, quite. The witness is confused because he's lying. I emphatically request that there be no break, Your Honor. Yeah, we want justice. Don't let him get away. Very well. If the witness would care to revise his testimony, the crowd's on my side. No slipping out of this now, White. Mr. White? Okay. He looks a little disturbed now, doesn't he? Well, see, I looked at the other window when I heard that thing fall. Then, the next moment, I saw Miss Mia run to the left. The killer, you, attacked her, but she dodged. And then she turned and ran for the door. Then you did her in with a single blow. Thwap. Getting a little sweaty there. Thwap indeed. Very well. You may begin the cross-examination. Mr. Your Honor, my stomach, you see, it is hurting. Deal with it. This is almost over. Oh. Sweat a little more for me, will you? Well, see, I looked at the other window when I heard that thing fall. What other window? Oh, you mean across the way. You heard that thing fall. What exactly was that thing? The glass light stand. Right. The one that had fallen over at the scene. Phoenix, doesn't something about that strike you as odd? Nope. Huh? No, not really. That was a great look on her face. Please continue cross-examination. Okay, I think we need to go back and, look at that further then. Yeah, very odd. Yeah, that is odd. I'll press further. Mr. White. Huh? What? You're saying you saw the glass light stand? Yes. Then change your testimony to reflect that. Sorry, my bad. The witness will revise his testimony. Again. Okay, of course. A light stand was lying on the floor when I looked. The glass stand was lying on the floor? That's the first I've heard of this. Why didn't you tell us about the stand before? Why? Me? Well, I was instructed not to... Oh, wait. One moment. Give me a minute to gather my thoughts. I'm so confused. White's falling apart. Your Honor, please, I ask that you do not allow the witness to be badgered any further. Mr. Wright, please refrain from badgering the witness. Yes, Your Honor. Edgeworth is on the ropes. Very well. The witness may continue his account. Then, the next moment I saw Miss Mia run to the left. Miss Mia? Mr. White, did you know the victim personally? No, triple no. How would I? How could I? I see nothing odd about the witness knowing the name of the victim. Mr. Wright, I will not have you harrying the witness. You're looking a little flustered, Edgeworth. The killer, you, attacked her. Man, this keeps happening. But she dodged. Now, before, you said that she was hit before she ran. Yes, I must have been confused. But don't worry, we all know what happened now. She turned and ran for the door. What did you do then? I gave chase, of course. Oh, no, not me, the killer. I mean, he gave chase. Mr. White, please try to remain calm. Mr. Wright here is only trying to fluster you with baseless accusations. Oh, right. Thank you, Miles. Then you did her in with a single blow. Thwap. Thwap? That doesn't sound like a savage attack from your earlier testimony. Ho. Yes, well, I am a man of peace, you see. Phoenix, he's getting a lot less talkative. He's probably afraid I'll catch him on something. But it won't be easy. Okay, so we gotta push something here. Maybe?